Millions of people suffer from bloating, brain fog, and mood swings, often without a clear diagnosis. What if the source of these problems isn't in your head, but originates in your gut? This is the gut-brain axis. There is a method to view gut health that functions as an early warning system, identifying issues before they become diseases. This is the strength of functional gut testing, an advanced method that goes past symptoms to find the root cause. In the next few minutes, we'll detail what functional testing measures, why it surpasses conventional methods, and how it builds a personal health roadmap. So, what does a functional test analyze? It's not one single thing. It's a complete 360-degree view of your gut ecosystem. It inspects 4 pillars: your microbiome makeup, your digestive function, signs of inflammation, and your gut barrier integrity. Conventional tests might say bacteria present. Functional tests deliver quantitative data, exact counts, diversity scores, and ratios. This level of detail is how it uncovers the why behind chronic issues. It's the difference between silencing a smoke alarm and putting out the fire. Many standard stool tests depend on old technology, attempting to grow bacteria in a lab dish, which misses a large number of gut microbes. Functional testing uses DNA sequencing to identify nearly every organism. This provides higher accuracy and a vastly more detailed map of your microbiome. But a map is only useful if you know what to look for. So how do these tests detect invisible problems like inflammation or leaky gut? They measure key biomarkers. For inflammation, a marker called calprotectin is a giveaway. High levels indicate your gut is inflamed. For immune function, they check secretory IgA, or SIGA. This is your gut's first line of defense. Its levels show if your immune system is suppressed or active. And for that leaky gut or barrier integrity, they measure markers like zonulin, which controls the junctions between your gut cells. Beyond just finding harmful bacteria, these tests pinpoint which beneficial species are missing, which is needed to choose the right prebiotic or probiotic. Measuring these markers is effective, but what does it look like in practice? How does this data lead to real results for people? Let's review some examples. Case studies show dramatic improvements when interventions are based on these specific test results. Recall that inflammation marker, calprotectin? A patient with high levels was given a targeted anti-inflammatory protocol, and their symptoms resolved. Another case, a person with bloating found their healthy high-fiber diet was worsening their symptoms. A personalized fiber plan solved the issue. The evidence is clear. Targeted data leads to targeted results. But is the entire world of functional testing the same? A full assessment often requires more than a stool sample. A SIBO breath test can check for bacterial overgrowth in the small intestine. A key distinction exists between direct-to-consumer tests and professional-grade tests. Some DTC kits can have inconsistencies and lack clinical context. The real value comes from a licensed practitioner interpreting these complex results with your full health history. Data without context is just noise. The best functional labs don't depend on just one technology. They integrate multiple methods for the most complete picture. They use DNA sequencing for a wide view, but may add microscopy to see parasites or use PCR to rapidly detect specific pathogens. Each tool has a strength. So we have deep data, specific markers, and advanced technology. How does this come together to prove functional testing is a leading assessment method? It's the combination of all these elements. We began by discussing finding the root cause. Biomarkers like calprotectin and zonulin are the direct clues. Knowing your unique microbial fingerprint from DNA sequencing permits a truly personalized plan. This isn't generic advice. It's precise. This is why functional testing leads. It's methodical, finding the root cause. It's personalized, creating a roadmap just for you. Ultimately, it shifts healthcare from being reactive to proactive, giving you the ability to understand and optimize your health before major problems begin. The field continues to advance, now studying complex metabolic networks and how our microbes communicate, deepening our ability to create wellness solutions. We've seen how this testing gives a detailed, personal, and root cause-oriented view of your health. The answer you're looking for might be in your gut. If this applies to you, the next step isn't to order a random test online, but to find a qualified practitioner who can guide you. Understanding your gut is one of the most definitive steps you can take to reclaim your health. Don't guess. Test.